out of our Poppy players. The ward does come down, but he can just flash here if he wants to, or maybe just walk it out. But they should be aware of this happening as the Gravitum is ready and Beryl is left to the Wolves. They'll feed this one over to Prince as Croco picks up first blood. They tried to feed that to Prince, but not quite going to happen.
Yeah, I don't want to take any paying off its dividends here on the ball side of the map.
You talked about reads. They saw the ward go down on the top side, which generally means you'll start on the opposite side. So maybe that was it, or maybe they just wanted to set this up. They say, okay, Morgana, camera.
He knows.
Cigar, nope, going top. That's going to be the charm, and that is a nearly dead Lysandra. Kyle gets into the thick of things. Forces a bit of a peel as they continue onto this one. Deft with a dash away. It's now another stack into Pyosik. The top lane continues the way it has been, the way it always will be.
Yeah, Dove just going top, unsurprisingly. Nice buffer from King in there, and oh, we're still here.
Croco.
Yeah, securing the crash here.
Yeah,
I think it's fine.
Dove's got a good angle too, but they're just going to try to burst down someone as Lysandra goes in. The Ornhorn gets so much value though. They take out the Renekton through the Dominus as they are going to poke Dove away, but now Closer is coming in as the Rift Heralds should go into the hands of DRX, but the chase is, oh, the charm this time though for Closer not on the mark as it has been so many times before.
Yep, this is basically perfect. King and hard engaging onto Croco rather, and key thing here to note again is that Sandbox for the second time this series, they're very aggressively posturing without one of their members there. Because if Prince is here, this is a, I don't know how well they trade, but like it's bad. Because he was 6, Deft wasn't.
In that side lane, as that is going to force a Devour here. Just a binding and a culling.
Nicely done. Overall, not the worst trade. Getting a big cooldown out of Prince, who also really wants to go for a back here again. Is currently very close to the kill force, but hasn't quite picked it up yet. And overall, this game getting very, very close. DRX offers so much agency, so much power. Closer.
Okay, well, that was greeting for a ward as Pyosik is going to live for an incredibly long amount of time as in goes Kyle, looking for the engage on the Deft, nearly catches him. Let's see, I mean, Moonlight Vigil going to get an insane amount of value for this point in the game. You take a look at Deft, he's already really low on health here, binding onto Dove, it looks like, as he's going to call the Ornhorn now, looking for the Morgana, and they should be able to get him. Charm as well onto Deft, but he immediately cleanses that one.
Kind of busted as Closer might run into a trap. Flash, Angry Crocodile.
This Croc, he's adding more to his diet. Closer has heal, but he is going to charm and probably will die. No, he's going to flash away.
Just enjoys a leisurely afternoon as
Cup
overall, Prince, you're getting a fair amount of poke damage done, then switching over to Gravitum, locking down Deft. But Dove not able to actually connect immediately with the Orno, has to wait till a little bit longer, and Pyosik giving up his life to deny the Heralds, and then the cleanse. Very nicely done by Closer, both threatening raid.
Yeah, King
Can they pick someone?
King has TP, but it's a little bit late as Beryl is getting pretty low, but that's a lot into the Nami. Here comes a big Croc looking for more. As Closer goes in, that's another cleanse as he lands the Everfrost. This is all up to Closer. Prince, though, not able to follow up here. As Devour, so incredibly important to fight against DRX's comp.
And overall, Drake goes to Sandbox, but DRX pick up a side lane turret. A lot of play for one player or another as here we go.
King and with Black Shield just running in. And Dove, he is going to get away. But you can begin to see where there is power within this composition of DRX.
The downside for them, of course, is they are on a timer. And the timer is Prince's third item. Because once that third item is done, if multiple people clumped up get hit by a Inferno, you just all die. Even with Kingen going into a what I hope will be a Sunfire, I think that build is very, very strong here. Might be a tall ask as overall, we see the attempt at cancelling the knockup, not going to be the case, but crucially, Beryl doesn't actually get 100 to 0. Dove doesn't find anyone with his ultimate. And then this Crocodile spells a little bit of A little bit of doom, but because Prince and Closer are still both full health, there isn't actually a possibility for them as Prince can move that far forward knowing he still has a Devourer in his back pocket, so he doesn't have to fit on this for a really long time.
Here comes another potential dive as the Gravitum does come in, and it's Liv Sandbox always looking for fights. Denied with that one is Beryl with the tidal wave, but he's going to pay for it with his life, so Dove is going to take the kill as well because he deserved it. That right away, it's going to offer him a lot more survivability just outside of a Devour.
And as we do see, this is the combo I was talking about earlier. It is a Gravitum ultimate that is then immediately combines, because for Deft, like, what do? You get hit by Grav, you're standing still and Ornn hits you when you die.
Decided on the next couple of Drake fights, but it doesn't have to be that way, Liv Sandbox. But, you know, that's up to them. They're the ones playing the game.
Side lanes aren't real, though.
They haven't been real for a while.
That's what you need to remember.
Okay, so everybody on Liv Sandbox is on Vision. And it seems like they have a good idea of where the Renekton is, but let's see if they actually do find him. Dove is going to be playing kind of bodyguard here on the side. We still have not found the Croc. As a nice little bit of poke, that's Devour already used, and Zeka, he's back there. The Croc is right here in the front, actually, as now the Ornhorn comes in goes Zeka, gonna deny this one. Gets a massive ultimate onto the entirety of the team. Goes Stasis as well, and Liv Sandbox, they're going to have to get out of here. A huge Moonlight Vigil, though, and immediately this fight is turned around.
Drake
does die, but guess who's full health? It's Prince. As in goes Deft, tries to kill Croco, nearly does as a binding onto Closer, and Kingen is massively fed here, but Prince is going in against 5 of them by himself. The guy is a madman.
Pyosik is so low, he needs to be careful.
The bindings have been so huge here from the side of Pyosik. He is really trying to get this one going as in goes, nope. Zeka not going to go for it as well. As in we go, the smite this time. It's on the side of Pyosik as Kyle is going to be CC'd down and they just back away.
That it was as close as it was is kind of mind-blowing because this is the strongest I think the DRX comp gets. Like they have a 2-item power spike and a Renekton that's like 50 CS up 2 levels. And Zeka finds backline access, right? Like, crucially, the rest of his team, his Crocodile gets thrown away, so he doesn't get as much value. Then hits a really big double stasis so that KL doesn't 100-0 him. As a result, there's enough damage available here. And then, yeah, very funny. Really gets me. And if either team plays it poorly here, they get aced and lose the game. Yeah. But instead, like, Kingen can go in because he's fed. Prince doesn't actually do that much damage yet, crucially, right? Because he's only sitting on 2 items, doesn't have IE yet. And as a result, this is just a back and forth. Morgana should have an edge in these situations when it comes to smiting due to, in this scenario, the fact that they're playing with a man up. Of course, also has the W if you want to try and burst it out as well as you can. Very close, but they're going to be, I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure on the back, Prince has his IE as...
That's the Devour. For just the dash, Deft is going to take a ton of damage, but Croco goes in by himself. He's getting 100-0'd, and down he does go as they access the backline, but it's just going to be Dove going to the Wolves as well.
The Prince
does have a crazy amount of damage. He's going to find Pyosik from miles away. He goes into the Croc and immediately goes down. The one guy that you could not go into, and immediately Kingen will shut him down and punish Prince. Leave until now, perhaps. That is leading to some of these decisions.
Yeah, that's playing this so well, right? Immediately forces the Devour with his dash forward. And then on the subsequent fight, Croco goes in, but crucially doesn't kill Deft. There's no Devour, so he dies. And Prince's Moonlight Vigil goes into a Renekton. Kingen, at this point again, so incredibly strong. And if Prince...
No.
Yeah, not allowed. If you have Devour, that's okay. If not, you die there. And if Closer dies there as well, I'm 100% sure they go.
Look at that reaction time. Kingen came to party today.
Downside is Croco.
He's trying to bait it for this charm, and it is going to be Deft that goes down, but it might be Closer as well. He's got another Spirit Russian down. He will go to his team with that massive shield. So that's raid.
Oh. This game, Valdez!
It's actually turning into a series.
Not the first time we've seen Croco overextend, trying to look for a flank, especially against the Morgana. That can backfire easily, but then, yeah. Black Shield completely invalidates the ultimate, but then crucially, both a great Devour, as Closer is able to make his way out, and
Using private Closer.
oh yeah, and
That for DRX is mostly being cleared out. They have one on the backside that's going to be Closer forced into this one. Finds Zeka, not the guy you wanted to run into, but now who's trapped in here with who? Dove is zoning them away. Zeka is going to use the Z to get out, and the Moonlight Vigil is gigantic, as they are going to have to heal through that one, and the follow-up damage is huge too. They might just go for a burst on the Baron. That is exactly what they will do.
oh, Dominus still available for Kingen. There's 5 members.
Dove is the bodyguard, the binding lands.
Teleport available as well.
Dove can only survive for so long. The damage is there though onto the Baron, and that's the knockaway, which is just gigantic. You can see that DRX, they can't fight from here if they don't have a Renekton, so Baron veteran buff, if you will. As, well, that's a little bit scary. Nice follow-up there as in we go. Not quite going to land on the Deft, as we do have the Ornhorn coming out here. Prince looking to frontline a little bit. As ults on both sides, you can see that Deft has insane amounts of damage himself as well, even in this later stage of the game.
Oh yeah, yeah, especially with the first strike build. The amount of damage you can do with the calling is huge. Crucially, though, the ult back, that definitely does him. Here they go.
Okay, well, it might be bothered by this. They're looking for Deft on that backside. The Black Shield is fantastic and Closer. It's going to go down. And they're looking for Prince now. The Devourer comes in as out goes Prince, looking to front to back. Should take out the GA, but only the GA. We still have Poppy coming in as well, and that is a massive setup. They're going to get into that back line, but Deft is going to live. Deft is going to live. But so will Prince, but the rest of Prince's team is dead. As now Prince running forward into the team of DRX does not seem to care at all. That is this slippery.
As, yeah, starts off again. Like, Closer, especially without a stopwatch, like, you just, that doesn't work. That plays it out very nicely. And Kaos forced Kingen, creating so much pressure here. And then the moment arrives here where Dove is able, Croco rather, and Dove are able to set up this knockup, but Deft doesn't actually die. If Deft dies, Prince walks in, and this game might be over. Instead, they lose the fight, as now they're going to
some
Baron.
Deft ending play right there. He's trying to make this a carry performance, and he might just be able to. The Poppy ult misses. The damage from Prince.
Look at Prince!
Is going to be denied. The Devourer comes out extremely early, as we still have Croco on the Baron. Zeka very much away from his team. The Baron secured, as now Croco going to be shut down, but down goes Zeka as well, and the Moonlight Vigil is there once again. Look at the 80 carries. Deft with the Black Shield, going toe-to-toe with Prince. But now Prince taking 0 damage and having a frontline the entire time. Deft trying to
42 minutes in. Dane still on the knife's edge. Can't believe Zeka going in a little bit too early here. It's again Dove that splits it up. Him and Closer do such a good job of zoning, so Zeka, yes, he can stall, but can't actually do enough. Closer, or Croco rather, Ice Cold with the smite, gets the Baron. And then Kael goes in, doesn't hit the knockup. Deft gets out. Black Shield getting insane value. The Prince at this point, it's so hard to play into the Nephelios this late in the game. And
oh, we didn't even see the
sure.
That's the approach.
Why not?
Yes, Chronicler.
Let's do it.
And it's gonna be okay. Red Gun pulled down here, looking for some of that damage onto the front line. But Kingen just gonna get healed up as we got the Poppycopter. See you later, Lissandra, as the damage comes out onto Kingen.
Well, Prince not autoing though.
Yeah, they're just gonna run to the Drake.
Yeah, should be able to get this very, very quickly. That's gonna be given up.
No, they're gonna try the angle here. Closer looking for it. The Ornhorn, not that much value, just the Lissandra. So now on the front line, there is Deft looking for his angle. Closer as well.
Kingen has flash. They're running. They're gonna run towards the bot wave.
Okay, that's the Poppy ultimate onto the Morgana. That's no jungler now for the side of DRX. And they're not gonna get into the pit. The culling doesn't do pretty much anything. Nice bubble though. He's going to follow up there. Deft desperate to try to get more. But it looks like it's just a Baron as Zeka. Nope. Not going to be the one to pull the trigger.
No one wants to be the team that fails to make the play and end the game.
I think Closer is the one guy in my mind that actually, this is just the,
Closer!
the angle, and there is a dead Nami. Down goes Nami, and the heal comes out immediately. Onto Closer. He's got TP. I don't know if you want to TP right onto that. Oh, okay. It's back far enough. His teammates can protect him. But this is incredibly nerve-wracking. I mean, how do you make the decision? Flash from Closer. As I said, it looks like he wants to be the one to end the game.
Look at Kingen. They're going to try!
Okay, they're going to try to end this game. They get the knock-up on a Deft. They get one Nexus turret. They just need one more in the Nexus, and that would do it. Culling comes out, and you see Liv Sandbox. Not ready. They're waiting for the next wave.
Oh, Baron buff for 1 more minute.
Teleport for Dove. He's coming back.
Should have frozen heart. Longest game of the split, Valdez.
We have passed the mark. And Dove
Here they go!
Ginormous. He is so thick. And he is the front line right now as Zeka tries to get in. He's gone to Zhonya's and Dove is just zoning for his team. Zeka is getting some angle there to actually zone them away, but Deft can't do anything. He's getting zoned out of this one. Goes into his GA, and it looks like that should be enough. Deft tries to kite it out, but that will do it. Liv Sandbox take it down 51 minutes, and you will see them in the...
Not bothered by Deft.
Jake microing his skills there on Lucian. He was going to win that fight.
Yeah, he would have.
Insane. Kyle's talked a lot. Him and Kroko, obviously, who was